In this video, I will be proposing a solution to the water shortage in the Colorado River Basin. To provide information on the Colorado River Basin, I will read this. The mighty Colorado River serves 40 million people in 7 states, which includes Indian tribal lands. In 2 states of Mexico, there is an existing treaty between America and Mexico that a certain portion of this water is then transferred over to their country. It also irrigates 5.5 million agricultural acres of land, including 15% of American agriculture and about 90% of our winter vegetables. So this is Lake Mead. Lake Mead is North America's largest man-made reservoir. So I will skip down here to the bottom. The reservoir is an integral part of the surrounding areas, with some 25 million people relying on water from Lake Mead. Now, this is Lake Powell. The storage provided in Lake Powell is absolutely critical for the ability of the entire Colorado River Basin system to supply water for an upwards of 40 million people in these 7 basin states in Mexico. The lake is also a major recreational area. Now, I proposed this solution to the previous administration. I sent certified letters to the Department of Interior Secretary, as well as basically the entire org chart on the Colorado River Basin. Now, I never received any response that they even acknowledged that I sent them a letter. Now, the previous administration failed to provide any solution to this. Their solution is to manage the water and to ration it. So, my contention is this: what happens when there is absolutely nothing left to ration? So here's an article from Newsweek. As of February 15, Lake Mead's water levels were at 1,047.58 feet. This is only around 30% of its full capacity. In July of 2022, that went down to 1,040. Now, right here highlighted in red text, Lake Mead's water levels could reach 992 feet by the end of July 2024. This is when it became a real contentious issue here in the United States. Officials have warned that we can reach dead pool status by 2025. I encourage you to look that term up. I won't be going into it in detail. Here's what I'm proposing. So here is our new United States Department of Interior, Secretary Burgum. If I mispronounce your name, I do apologize. Here's what I'm proposing. We do not need to ration water. What I'm proposing is that we build water desalination plants on the California coast, and we pump that water into Lake Mead. And it's stating that that would be 396 feet to do so. Lake Powell is right here. That would be pumping the water, creating a water desalination plant right here on the coast of California, and then pumping the water 580 miles. So again, for Lake Powell, that would be, I'll round up, 581 miles. Lake Mead is going to be 396 miles. Now, in terms of cost, I have no idea. This is just an example of what I would be proposing. Let's say that building these 2 plants and then building the infrastructure to transport that water to either of these lakes, let's say it costs $10 billion. Dividing that by 40 million people or 40 million water connections equals only $250 per connection. I am not proposing that the United States government pay for this out of pocket, so to say. What I am proposing is the United States government provide the Colorado River Basin with a no interest loan. So in this example, I'm saying a $10 billion no interest loan divided by 40 million recipients equals $250 per person. So if you break that down on a monthly basis, you're going to be right at around a $20 infrastructure charge for a 1-year term. And the United States is paid back. And they have a strategic water source. Right now, they do not have a strategic water source. It is drying up. Writing's on the wall. We need to address the issue right now. In terms of our agricultural needs, let me go back to that. So it's 90% of our winter vegetables and 15% of the, here it is. So it's 15% of the American agriculture and 90% of the nation's winter vegetables. If these lakes reach dead zone status and they no longer refill, which they are, we are almost at that point right now, we will have to import these vegetables. And the cost of food is going to skyrocket in America. That's issue number one. There's also, in my mind, a national security concern here. When 40 million people turn on a faucet and they don't have water, then what? Then what is they are going to go get water from somewhere. It could lend to some anarchy in our country. I would hope not. Right now, we have the ability to address this. In terms of water desalination, the country that holds the world record on water desalination is Saudi Arabia. 25% of all water for the Saudi Arabian kingdom is through water desalination. And they hold the world's record on making that the most cost effective. Another premier country that would do this, Israel. They have a water desalination plant too that provides a significant amount of water to their citizens. So if you would, please join me in contacting the new U.S. Department of Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, to evaluate this proposal to see if it is going to be a viable option to refill these lakes. Thank you.